여러분 안녕하세요. BAAM 게임입니다. 우리의 정보가 도움이 되었다면 구독 및 좋아요를 클릭해주세요. 너무너무 감사합니다. 오늘도 좋은 하루 되세요.
I'll yield to none.
Better luck next time. You're not trying to escape, are you?
Meet your maker. Greet the Reaper for me.
Better luck next time.
Nice try.
It all happened like I knew it would. A single drop of source magic. And, like flies to honey, the monsters swarmed. The rebel panicked. The carnage began. And the magisters pointed their fingers at me. Just as I'd planned. I was shackled and collared and sent to Fort Joy. I'd come here to kill Godwoken. But instead I became part of their story.
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get...
So it wasn't a dream after all. I don't even remember them strapping me down.
An animal sty. Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin. Did you expect a needle? Did you expect a needle? Did you expect a needle?
Come here.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring
Is my shift? Wait, you're no magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy scrounger? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face. A clever story. I should have known there'd be trouble.
So much for a peaceful stroll.
The prisoner's eyes meet yours. He speaks not with gratitude, but
Ah, freedom! And I can set you free in return.
What would he have to gain by killing me? Strange forces are at work. Boring.
Empty.
Not the most elegant solution, was it? And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
No lesions, no trauma. It was blood magic. No lesions, no trauma. It was bled by magic.
Empty.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself. There you are. Not too tight, I hope. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then...
My, look at the concentration on your face. Or there you have it. See? The collar's function. It... for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back...
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. No. You're alive, and you're having a...
Index fingers pressed to her lips.
My word. You do seem a bit... Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. A new life awaits. And if you're a...
It was bled by magic.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles...
Good gods! There's...
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you. Go ahead. She with the body.
No marks, no Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, it looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
What a well of knowledge this tome is. Dallas is such a dear lending it to me.
No known associates. In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending...
I forgot how to sing. I did. There you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
The young woman seems about to raise her hand, but quickly remembers herself.
Who indeed? Why,
The children break out.
I say, it is.
Her pinched face cracks into a great...
Yeah, okay, you found me out.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty hair.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we? You presume right. Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive... You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. As quickly as they came, the cloud...
Good luck, Chief.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen. I don't like comedy. Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying...
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and takes your hand, turning...
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious to your presence.
It is simultaneously too detailed and... Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in... No. I want to know about this. This text tells me that they created... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind? Of course you do. Now please, run along. I have a world to decipher.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eye.
We just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, ma'am, but we all wear what we wear for a reason. You head on in now.
Keep those bolts trained on her, and if she tries to run, shoot to kill.
You seem on edge, officer. What on earth is the matter?
Murder most foul, and I strongly suspect you know all about it.
Do you? Well, perhaps you're absolutely right.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking men.
So you admit it then? You murdered that?
Yes, I did. But of course that...
She turns her head and looks you straight.
There are others whose lives...
Good God! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale.
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a...
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she can't source, the Voidwoken will come.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
What's happened?
The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around him. He is stock still. You...
Oh! What happened? Water? Wine, for goodness sake!
The lizard's eyes close.
Ricks, damn it! Need to get off this wreck and quick. Damn! That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Thank the gods! By divine grace...
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy...
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Ricks! Take out your blade!
Ricks grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. Ricks looks to his companion, who then looks to you.
Go on, then. Find a place to hide. What? You need to find a...
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. Something's pounding on the hull.
Through the door and are suddenly face to face with an undead. The skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of
No. What
damn... It catches fire, it turns into...
The skeleton looks up and...
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back to his...
I know your god did not... Do you look at me and think, why, yes, no, damp robes are the most I have to fear. Whereas you, I believe, have lifeboats to pointlessly squabble over. I believe you did. Although I had a mask, rather ingenious. A mask that was stolen. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools. And I will simply pluck my mask from her cold...
The skeleton holds up his book in one...
I am and I will be damned if I... Go on. Go. Swim or...
The marking on the door was painted recently. Judge, you press your palm against the door to open it. The wood feels neither cold nor warm, but it doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an...
Death fog? I need to get out of here, now. Not long before this thing snaps into splint. Great gods, something's pounding on the hull.
The marking on the door was... You press your palm, it doesn't... The door...
Something's breaking through. What in the hell are those things? Death fog? I need to get out of here, now.
off yanks at one of the nearby.
Said there were other people down there.
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear? That's what you big nasty.
Never leave someone behind.
The Magister lies on the floor. The Magister lies on the floor.
If you can walk, get yourself off the ladder. There's a Wait! Boyd Walken!
These beardless bugs won't sink the ship on my watch.
Let the games begin.
Glory is mine.
They who are about to triumph.
I thought Void Woken was supposed to be scary.
I've faced worse.
Telling where there might be more. We need to move.
We make a pretty good team. I hear something. It's...
We need to wait.
There's no time.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Those Voidwoken made short, bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor?
It seems something, wanted me alive.
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King. This statue must be 1,000 years old. Wonder how much longer it'll last. Garbage.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his eyes, his chin, the crown of his head.
I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Why? But are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching.
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, and it's a lot nicer out here than outside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess but you didn't die. I guess I am, but it's just normal. There isn't anywhere safer. You'll see.
Voidwoken! Those are the same beasts that sank our ship! Damn, they've made it to shore.
I know you.
Bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a Voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
The squirrel looks at you in shock. Are you sure you want to chase them away? The squirrel turns his nose up at you and turns away. But his cat seems more than happy. You spot a strange lizard gazing over the water with a... Yes, you recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with the graceful ease of a dancer, or a duelist. You lock eyes with...
I did survive, yes. And chances are I wouldn't have, had you not returned to the aid of your fellow. You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
Yes, I'm sure you've all the makings of a hero and all that. Now then, if there's nothing further, I'm sure I don't mean to sound condescending.
He sighs, dramatic.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Touché.
He looks out over the water once more, and so...
As for myself, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, of course, it's rather specific.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended...
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? Oh, may the I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror. Of course you know.
There's a brief moment's pause.
That said, I suppose I might... The grandeur that is my fate has... hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne this and that. Tag along. On the other hand, I really could do with a Fine. On one, for reasons I'll not disclose right now, I've reason to believe one of them may be present on this island. Promise me we'll look for him, and You do tend to beat around the bush, don't you? So, now that that's settled, even if you are as versed in the art of eloquence as I am, as a born fighter, I prefer the perfection of the blade myself. But I'm well acquainted with the secrets of magic, and yes, even subterfuge. What say you? Very well. Onwards then to victory or death.
The Red Prince nods and gives you a smile.
Now, as you're aware, you'll be travelling with a prince. Proper forms, as your luck would have it. I see. Of course, there are other forms of protocol to bear in mind, but I'll...
A black cat. Some would see this as an omen.
The cat's eyes are clouded and its eyes clear.
I never want to... Hey, lady. lot nicer. I'm sure glad you went back to save the other. Adults always want...
Looky, looky here, mates. A fresh face. Why don't you join us in a round of cards? First hands on the house. Chuff to you.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard...
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes me the winner. Blaming a bloke you just met for your misfortune, are ya? Ease off, or I'll go ahead and double what you owe. Are you really gonna make this so hard, Freshy? We'll see about that, Freshy.
Is mine.
known exactly, didn't I?
Send us your children, your supplicants, you divine.
I told him I'd known exactly.
The woman is scrabbling at her throat, as though she can hardly breathe.
Don't touch me! You're too close. This collar, this place, it's squeezing. Do you? You seem fine.
Her hands move again to her throat. She seems...
It's too tight.
What if there are no sorcerers?
You there. You've just arrived, isn't that right? Are you... It's just... I've a proposition. Something very worth knowing. But it's hardly a group affair. Oh, noble. But after them... Good luck with your friend. Change your mind about my offer yet? You're lost, my friend.
When another divine arises, will source change? Pipe down, Warren. It's time to accept reality.
Shh! Bishop Alexander and that...
I am a proud loyal to the Order. I would not dream of
The guard's
subverting
eyebrows furrow, and
Stay back, sorcerer, and stay silent. Our god...
We know you've been helping sorcerers escape.
I'd sooner cut my tongue out than lie to you,
If you can tell the Godwoken no...
This can't be serious, Alexander. Come!
You should know by now to obey your superior, Magister, whatever she may ask.
Natusa pinches the tip of her tongue with 2 fingers and brings her dagger to its root. Her eyes squeeze shut.
Stop! My father, may his soul rest in peace, would be disappointed. The fate of our realm hangs in the balance. Dallas?
Yes, your holiness?
I believe we're done here.
What a waste. Come, we'll be needed elsewhere.
This
Did you see them? You did, right? Those claws. They're geists, dummy. The Hammer and Alexander had 2 in tow just a moment ago. Ugh, horrors, eh? Easy to say when you haven't... Now, why don't you move along and settle in?
Come on then, Lexi. Lay up.
This is not your business, Long Pig.
Don't let this moss muncher talk to you like that.
An intense-looking man steps between the thugs.
Just stand aside, one.
Lone wolves decide their own business.
The thug freezes in fear for a moment before...
Pay up, elf. No one shorts Griff. Especially not one of you. Everyone in camp's got to contribute. For food, for
Food? Protection? I have neither.
You two ought to be thanking your lucky gods it's us, and not the... Now come on, elf. If you make me say it again, there's gonna be trouble.
Not now.
And neither will I.
We got a system.
I'll yield to none.
Follow me, before more of them trouble us.
I've an errand to run around here.
Remember, past the kitchens, down to the beach, inside the caves there. There is a safe place.